Now, very few people today, competitive runners or otherwise, will run in a minimalist shoe like that. It's a very, very infrequent occurrence. Do you recommend people do that? And if so, how long does it take to strengthen the foot enough to be able to run in a shoe like that?
I know I keep saying this, but it is very patient specific. You look at their history of traumas, you look at their history of injuries. I will always implement some type of functional footwear regardless. It's just a matter of what we're going to be doing with it. So for example, if I'm working with, just someone who wants to walk, for example, we'll put them into a ultra, for example, wide toe box shoe, zero drop, and we'll just have them start like 5 or 10 minutes, see how they feel. And then we can start to transition the stack height. So if they're used to wearing this big, bulky cushion shoe, you don't want to take them into something like this too soon. They'll be like, this sucks and I don't want to do it. And then you lose them right out of the gates.
For a person to run in a shoe like that, must they give up a heel strike in running?
You got all these good questions. When you change your footwear, you start to change how your body feels the ground. So with runners, for example, everybody gets all up in arms about heel strike, right? Heel striking's bad. Heel striking's bad. It's not that it's bad. It's just where the load is going. When I'm running, it's not necessarily how my foot is striking, but where my foot is striking. So overstriding is the enemy. I don't want to have my foot well in front of my body when I'm running. There's too much ground reaction force happening there. We want the foot to strike as close to the center of mass as possible. There have been runners who have won marathons with a heel strike that's at their center of mass. They just have more knee flexion, for example. The further the foot is away...
That would almost feel like they're falling forward, wouldn't it?
Almost.
Yeah. Wow.
So when I'm striking with a heel strike that's in front of my center of mass, okay, when I heel strike, I have a lot of ground reaction force going through my knee, through my hip, and through my low back. When I switch and run to a midfoot or forefoot strike, all I'm doing is taking the load out of the knee, hip, and back and putting that into the foot, into the calf.
And theoretically, that just seems like, given the structure, it seems like that's how it should be, isn't it? I don't want to, I have no dog in this fight as a non-runner.
Yeah.
So, but what do most elite runners do?
You will see all across the board different strike patterns. You truly will. When you are running, though, efficiently, when you look at cadence and you look at, I call them running fairies because it just looks like they can run forever. Their foot will be close to their center of mass, and it is more likely that they will be at a midfoot and forefoot strike when their foot is underneath them.
Yeah, it seems like, exactly. Just anatomically, if you can bring the strike towards the center of your body, you're much more likely to be not heel striking.
Correct.
Because it would be very awkward to heel strike at that angle.
And you take out, when you're running, right? So if I have heel strike, then I have to go to my forefoot and then I have to drop that heel down again.
Yeah.
Versus just running midfoot, forefoot, which, yes, I think that is a more ideal position to run in from an efficiency perspective. With that being said, if you have a history of heel pain, Achilles tendinopathy, and you tell your runners, hey, we're going to take you out of this heel strike and we're going to get you to run on your forefoot, you better prepare them for it. They better have good capacity at their foot and at their calf, or else what you're going to give them is more foot and calf problems.
I'm Peter Attia. This podcast relies exclusively on premium subscribers for support, which allows us to provide all our content without taking a single penny from advertisers. I believe this keeps my content honest, making it a trusted resource for listeners like you. As a premium member, you'll get immediate access to our entire back catalog of AMA episodes and all future AMA episodes. You'll get longevity-focused premium articles packed with actionable insights. You'll get unrivaled show notes for each and every episode of The Drive, every topic, every study, every resource from each episode carefully curated for you. You'll get quarterly podcast summaries where you'll learn my biggest personal takeaways from the previous 90 days of expert guest episodes and much more. This journey doesn't have to be navigated alone. We can take these steps towards a better, longer life together. Become a premium member today at peterattiamd.com/subscribe to join me in a shared commitment to a healthier future.